Hi, I'm Michael from Coastal Hippie Design, and this is the assembly of the Montessori traditional floor bed mattress on the floor. You will receive the bed in two large boxes, and what I did here was I opened up the boxes and I spread out the parts. When you open up the boxes, just make sure you don't use a knife to cut them open. Just pull them apart. They're glued and taped. Anyhow, you lay all the parts because you'll get a legend to tell you where everything goes. So it's really simple. It's just A, B, C, D, E corners, and then S1, S2, S3, S4 as far as sides. All the parts are labeled on the edges or on the bottom of the posts. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to install post E, which is this post in the middle. And that's where your dead blow hammer comes into play. Also, what I did prior to assembling this is I put all the dowels. I got 1/2-inch dowels on the bottom, and then you got 3 8-inch dowels for the top. So you'll get a bag of the dowels, and you just got to tap the dowels into these holes. So I go ahead and I'll put in post E. You line up your dowels into the holes, and then you take your dead blow hammer and you just tap it all the way down. Now you want to make sure you use a dead blow hammer. They're padded hammers and they don't leave marks. If you were to use a traditional hammer, you will definitely leave marks in the wood. Anyhow, you tap this piece in, then you want to take your heavy duty long bolt. And this is where you need the 7/8-inch socket. So you put your bolt in the hole underneath this rail, and then there is another steel bolt nut. Actually, it's a round nut inside of this post, and that will engage when you start to tighten it. And you want to tighten this so it snugs and pulls tight. You don't want to yank it super tight, but just till you can see where it snugs. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so now this post is in there really well. So then what you could do is go ahead and put post D right up in here, and just take your dead blow hammer, tap it in. And now with the rails, you got a 2 and 3/8-inch rail for the top and a 3.5-inch rail for the bottom. Put your bottom rail in, line it up, tap it in, and here's your other corner. All right, I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna put all 4 corners together really quickly. So you just have your frame. Oh, and this is the twin size bed, and it's identical to the full size bed. Okay, so now when you're going ahead and you're going to start putting your dowels in and your top rail, all the dowels are the same size. So you rip open the package, and then you just put the dowels inside the holes. Okay, now you want to go, if you have two people, you can have somebody hold the other end, but if you don't have two people, you take your hole here and you put it in on your top of your dowel, just so it kind of sits there, and you're just going to have to feed this each time, just a little bit, until they go into the hole. We'll just drop in. Okay, so now when you get them all in, you might have to tap that out a little bit so it lines up straight, and then you put your top one in. And you could do that the exact same way all the way around your bed. Now, I'm just going to jump ahead. Instead of me putting all the rails up, what you do now is you're going to have two sets of bolts. You're going to have a bigger heavy-duty bolt, which is a 5/16 bolt, which will be a black bolt. And then you're going to have another bolt with a bigger head, and that's going to be a 1/4-inch bolt. So they both come in two different sizes. So for the wide side of your rail, you want to use the long 3.5-inch bolt, because that's going to go straight through here and engage in here. For the thinner direction, you're going to use a 2 3/4-inch bolt, and then that one goes in that direction. And that same thing happens with the bigger bolt. You're going to have a shorter bolt, which is a 3-inch bolt, which will go in this direction. And then you're going to have the 4-inch bolt, which goes into this direction. I will include your Allen keys. The silver Allen key is the bigger one for the bottom bolt, and the black one is for the smaller one. Just put your Allen key in there and just line up, and everything's been put together and taken apart and then packed. So all your components will line up perfectly. And you just you tighten this thing down until it's snug. And then the same thing with this one here, and you just tighten the bottom one down until it's snug. And okay, so that's basically it. And you just repeat that on all sides. And that's your bed.